and welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to be doing a Friday reviews, and this is a long overdue Friday reviews, and I have a 4-in-1 kind of film reviews today, and I don't know why I've just kind of not done one. I wanted to have watched some of the bigger films like War of the Planet of the Apes, Spider-Man, Homecoming, Cars 3 before kind of doing this video, but I had 4, so I thought, yeah, okay, I will make sure to film this Friday. I haven't watched a Monday Movie Hunt Pickup throughout all of December so far, so I'm not doing well. I need to catch up. I'm hoping to watch 2 or 3 this weekend, but I will tell you about the ones that I have seen. So I have 4 here. I'm going to be talking about King Arthur, I'm going to be talking about Baby Driver, be talking about Hampstead, and finally The Big Sick. So these are the 4 that I've watched, and I'm going to just give you little reviews of them all and tell you my thoughts. So, first one I watched was King Arthur. Now, not long before this, I watched the new The Mummy, the 2017 Tom Cruise The Mummy. And I kind of thought this was going to be on that level. I gave The Mummy like 2.5 stars, and I'd also watched The Great Wall this year, and I gave that 3. I kind of thought this was going to be at that point, and that's kind of what I was going in with the expectations of. I kind of really like the King Arthur story. So I thought, yeah, okay, and I think this guy here, Charlie Hunnam, is good. I like him. So, you know, I wanted to give it a go, and Josh really wanted to watch this one. So I was a little bit apprehensive, but I was going to give it a go. So this is directed by Guy Ritchie, and you can really tell, I feel like parts of it really quite felt Guy Ritchie, if that makes sense. I've not seen all of Guy Ritchie's films, but you know, I've seen a few, and you can kind of tell there's certain things in his films you can recognise are kind of his. Like you can recognise a Woody Allen film is a Woody Allen film, if that makes sense. But yes, there's certain parts in this that I thought were really good and I really liked. I also really liked the music in this. I thought that was really good. And overall, I found this a really enjoyable film and a really enjoyable surprise. I gave this 4 stars, and to be honest, it might be my favourite out of this whole batch, which I know is awful to say because some of you really love the films coming up, but I don't know, it was like a guilty pleasure film. I will say that there was some parts which were a bit questionable, but as soon as I finished it, I could have watched this again, like right after. I could have been like, yeah, I'll watch that again, and I'm so looking forward to rewatching this. Whether I'll enjoy it as much on a rewatch, I'm not sure, but I just enjoyed it so much. I can't really explain why. I just had fun with it. I loved this main guy. It was funny, it was witty, it was kind of fast at points, and I was like, oh yeah. I liked kind of the magic. Jude Law was very interesting. Some of the end CGI parts were a little bit but I really liked the film, and I really enjoyed it. And if you want like a medieval, actiony, cheesy, popcorny film, this is a good one. Definitely better than The Mummy, definitely better than The Great Wall, better than quite a few of these type of films that have come out this year. This is one that I've really enjoyed and really been surprised by. So yeah, I really liked King Arthur. I don't know, what's this called? King Arthur, Legend of the Sword. I don't know if you guys did. I think it got kind of some mixed or poor reviews, but for me, I enjoyed it. It was a fun time. I did go in with low expectations though, so maybe that's why I enjoyed it more, because I was thinking, oh no, okay, I'll watch King Arthur, and then I was like, oh, I'm enjoying King Arthur. So yeah, King Arthur, I really enjoyed this. I'm looking forward to rewatching it again. It's on the top end of my list to rewatch. Okay, the next film is Baby Driver. This is directed by Edgar Wright. It's also written by him, I believe. Yes, written and directed by Edgar Wright. This has Ansel Elgort. Names. I mean, Elgort. Has the guy in from The Fault in Our Stars, and I love him in The Fault in Our Stars, and he was very good in this. He was really great. It's also got Kevin Spacey in, and Jamie Foxx. I'm not a really big fan of Jamie Foxx, however, I do like him in Annie. But you know, what does that really say? Baby Driver, it was a great film. I gave it 4 stars as well, actually. I really enjoyed it. I thought the music was good. However, I expected to be obsessed with the soundtrack, and I liked it, but I wasn't completely obsessed with it. I mean, a lot of people, this is their favourite film of the year. You can let me know down in the comments below. I know a lot of people really enjoyed this one, so my expectations were maybe too high. This is one I was really looking forward to. I think my expectations were too high going in. This movie had been really quite hyped. Everybody was loving Baby Driver. So I feel like I was a little bit disappointed, and it kind of reminded me of the film Drive with Ryan Gosling. I know what you're going to say, it's nothing like Drive, it's nothing like Drive. Well, I can agree on some level. I rewatched Drive the day after I watched this, because I was like, yeah, it kind of reminds me of Drive. And I really liked Drive the first time I saw it. I thought it was fantastic. So I rewatched Drive the day after this, and obviously this is the comedy, and you know, it's got the fun. Drive doesn't have comedy or fun. Drive's like very much a slow burner, and it's kind of darker and slow, and but I remember loving the soundtrack for Drive. Now I rewatched Drive, like I say, after this, and I think Drive is a better film, definitely. And I also think that it has some good car chases, but I don't think the soundtrack was as key as I remember it being in Drive. I mean, I gave Drive 4 stars as well. So I actually gave Drive and Baby Driver both the same, and I can see the similarities between the two. So basically it's about this guy who drives for like heists, or you know, he's the getaway driver, and in Drive he is a getaway driver, and in this one he meets this girl at this diner, and you know, they kind of want to escape. In the other one, he meets this girl at his apartment building, and they need to kind of get out of something. And I felt like the story overall in Drive I found more interesting. I was more on suspense. I more needed to know what's going on. With this one, I felt like they made some stupid choices. When, I don't want to spoil anything, but there was a point, and I was like, wait, what? There was 2 points actually where they made a choice. I was just like, why did you make that choice? I didn't get why they made this choice, because it seemed like they could opt out of a bad situation, and they just didn't. And Jamie Foxx really drove me nuts. I really didn't like him in this. But I thought it was a really great film to look at. I loved the stylized feel of this film. I did enjoy, you know, parts of the music. I really liked the girl whose name I don't know who she is, but she was really great. Ansel was really great as well. And overall I liked it. I definitely watch it again. I thought it was a good film and I enjoyed it. But I feel like I went in with too high expectations, if that makes sense. So I did enjoy it. But I didn't love it, and everyone else seems to love this and was really obsessed with it. I just kind of thought, yeah, I really like this, it's really good. So yeah, that's Baby Driver. I'd love to know your thoughts. I hope you don't hate me now. But I still gave it 4. I really did like it. But it just kind of had some reminiscing with me with the film Drive, and it was kind of annoying me throughout. I kept thinking, oh yeah, like, I mean, other people might not see that. I don't know. I mean, they're completely different films in terms of style, and the way that they are directed, the way they play out, and the act, like, they're different, but there's a few similarities that, I don't know if you ever do that in films. I sometimes do that. I watch a film and I see some similarities, and then I end up being like, which one do I prefer? Maybe it's just me. It's kind of annoying actually that I have them thoughts and comparing. I don't mean to, they're very different films, but yes. Okay, the next one we have is Hampstead. This has Diane Keaton and Brendan Gleeson in. And this was just great. This is everything that I wanted it to be. I mean, I actually gave this 4 stars as well. It's a bit of a theme, and I feel like they're all 4 stars on very different levels. But for this type of film, this is a very relaxing, laid-back Sunday, English, British romance type of thing, but not really romancy. I won't call it romance. I don't know what I'd call this. A relaxing film. That's what this is. And I loved the scenery, I loved the setting, of course, in Hampstead. I really liked the characters, I liked the story, and I just enjoyed the film. I really liked Diane Keaton's character. I really like Diane Keaton. I think she's great, and I really liked her in this. This is just such a nice, relaxing film that I know I'll watch probably a bunch of times in the future, and I'll just sit there and be like, oh yeah, this is enjoyable. It's nice, relaxing, and it's fun in places too. There's funny parts, and you can kind of relate to the characters, and I just really thought this was a really great film. I haven't seen something quite like this for a while, and so it was just a nice kind of fresh breath of fresh air in the film. This definitely won't be everybody's cup of tea, but I really enjoyed it. I thought, like I say, the characters were great. Visually it was just lovely to look at, and I just liked the story, and I just really enjoyed it. So yeah, that's Hampstead. I don't have too much to say about it. I just thought it was a really nice film. I really liked how it all came together, and I'm looking forward to rewatching it again. So it's definitely 4 stars in its own category of nice, enjoyable, relaxing films. I thought it did a really good job, and I really enjoyed it. Sometimes these kind of films can go either way, because like sometimes a nice, relaxing, enjoyable time can get a bit boring. This one never got boring or dull. It just really kind of kept you interested throughout, and the characters were just characters that you just really liked. I just really liked the characters. So yeah, really liked this one. Definitely check it out if you think this is your type of film. Next, we have The Big Sick. Now lots of people have been loving this, saying it's like the romantic comedy of the year and, you know, yada yada. I really, really enjoyed this. I gave it 4 stars. Okay, yeah, I gave all the films in this video 4 stars. Again, they're all very different films actually, so, but it just happened to be that's how it was. And this, it has got, I can't pronounce his name and I feel really bad because he's fantastic, but I don't want to butcher his name. Like, you've heard me try and pronounce these other names, I'm terrible. And basically it is based kind of on his own life, with him and his wife. They're married, him and his partner, and I thought that it was really interesting. I really loved it. It's this love story, which is kind of an unconventional love story, and basically his parents really want him to kind of have an arranged marriage, and they find all these different girls and try and, you know, set up a situation and yada yada, and he ends up meeting this girl, Zoe Kazan's character, whose name I've forgotten. Emily is the name, not even a hard name to remember. Yeah, so he ends up meeting Emily, and he really likes her, but he knows that his parents won't approve of Emily, so it's kind of, he's in a bit of a difficult position. And then, can I say what happens? Yeah, well, no, not really. Okay, I don't want to ruin the film, but it gets very interesting. And to be honest, Emily, or Zoe Kazan, I really like Zoe Kazan, but she really wasn't my favourite in this film. I didn't really completely fall in love with her. I liked their relationship, but I didn't love her. I wasn't like, yes, rooting for her completely. However, her parents in this film were fantastic. Her parents made the film for me, and of course our main guy, he was brilliant. But the parents were so good. I loved them so much. They brought so many laughs. I loved the relationship between our main character and the girl's parents. It was just fantastic. Holly Hunter played the mum of Emily, and she was just amazing. I loved her. The dad was also really funny, but Holly Hunter was really, really fantastic, and I loved it. It just kind of brought a whole new level to a different, like, comedy or romantic comedy. Usually you don't get that kind of other part with the parents, but the parents were really in this film, and they were really great, and I loved that. And of course it was great as well to see the main character kind of, obviously he is Muslim and his parents are Muslim and kind of have these very strict Muslim beliefs, and him kind of dealing with that and questioning that. So it kind of had lots of different levels in this film, and there was a lot going on rather than it just being a typical everyday type of film. And it was funny. I laughed multiple times and I thought it was really good. So yeah, I really enjoyed this one. Looking forward to watching it again. I found there were some parts that maybe got a little bit depressive for me, like a little bit darker than I might have wanted it to go, but only slightly, and then it'd bring it back up. So it was okay. That was maybe why I gave it 4 and not much higher, if you were just wondering. But yeah, so I really, really enjoyed this one. So yeah, I really enjoyed them all. I would say, I think I liked King Arthur the best. Then probably The Big Sick. Then, maybe then Hampstead, then Baby Driver? I don't know. I need to rewatch Baby Driver, to be honest. I mean, I gave them all 4 stars. There's not really any here nor there in the situation. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on these movies down in the comments below. Have you seen them? What did you think of them? I like how we all have different opinions, because I feel like some people will probably love Baby Driver and give it 5 stars, and then some people might give like King Arthur like 2 stars. So really interested to know your thoughts on these films. Let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Goodbye!